E3, well, it used to be one of the biggest events in gaming, and it's kind of tried to stay relevant, but it's kind of dwindled in comparison. But what do game journalists care about? Not the games, more so trying to regulate the gamers, saying that they're the problem. Oh boy, here we go again. Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have a better tomorrow. E3. Oh boy. I remember all the way back in the 2000s watching E3 on G4 TV. Yes, I know I'm showing my age here, but it was like Christmas for video games. You just get so excited to see the games, getting to see gameplay of upcoming titles. I mean, I remember exciting event back in the day. And nowadays, it's like they're just trying to stay relevant. It's like they're having a hard time with it. And, you know, there's been some political pushes here that I don't think anyone's surprised to see that I can't stand personally. One person tweeted this out saying, for real though, this is why we can't have nice things. Now, if you look here, you'll see on one side, Cortana from Halo 4. By the way, Halo 4 is shit. I'm serious. I don't know about some of you, but Halo 4 was like basically the thing that ruined Halo for me. I as someone who used to be a big Halo fan, Halo 4 was, in my opinion, a disaster. Can't stand it, don't care for it. But then you look at this new AI, right? It's supposed to be like a Cortana replacement, but she's not Cortana, but she is a replacement because apparently they've already thrown her out, which, this is terrible. I mean, seriously, what did they do? Like, she looks blocky. She doesn't look like Cortana. Like, even though they're supposed to model the face after Cortana, the body just, this is that whole sexy woman bad. They're basically trying to take away the appeal of the character, right? Trying to make her not look attractive. And God, I cannot stand this. Like, Halo Infinite, I have no interest in this game. Zero. No interest whatsoever. Now, the conference I did think that did good was Nintendo. I mean, I actually really did enjoy theirs. I mean, the biggest thing to me, which was obviously Breath of the Wild was a big one, which I'm glad to see Breath of the Wild too. But also Metroid Dread. I mean, this is a game that was not expected. And of course, if you want to go by the history, not when the games were released, but the actual history of it, Fusion was originally the last game. Now Dread's supposed to be the last game. So excited for that. But what is it that game journalists are trying to talk about? Rather than trying to talk about games and try to give you information on that, no, they're more concerned about the Twitch chat for E3. E3 Twitch chat has been miserable. By Kotaku. Oh boy, when it comes to these game journalists, oh yeah, the salt was absolutely flowing over nothing. I'm serious. Like, they were upset over the Twitch chat. One thing that I noticed about E3 also was that, there was some politics they were really trying to push. We'll talk about that in just a moment also. But of course, game journalists are upset because they think the problem is not them, but instead the gamers. E3 Twitch chat has been miserable. Nearly every company involved has found a unique way to drop the ball. God. Oh, man. Of course, it's Kotaku. Kotaku, of all things. And this is the state of modern game journalism. In the shitter. That's where it is. Oh, it is down that drain. Because you can't joke around anymore. You can't make jokes. I mean, if you're making jokes, it's got to be Seth Rogen level of terrible. Because, you can't actually make edgy jokes anymore, right? And if you make an edgy joke, well then, game journalists, they're going to throw their cat food and they're going to start screaming, "Oh, how dare you!" They're going to cry about it and say that it's the gamer's fault. Modern game journalism today, everybody. But they got upset because of that. They're trying to say that, for example, right here, despite ample resources and long-standing conventional wisdom surrounding large Twitch chats' tendency to turn toxic if they're not properly moderated, publishers, Twitch, and E3 have all managed to mishandle Twitch chat. Things got off to a particularly egregious start on Saturday with Ubisoft's conference, which opened with a lengthy pre-show. During this pre-show, there was a segment about gamers and disabilities. Chat was not kind. And I'm not even kidding. They go on to say that they were thinking that they also said that sign language was gang signs. That's supposed to be a joke. It's not supposed to be serious. You could definitely tell that people were trolling within the chat, just making it humorous, right? Just kind of joking around. Wasn't supposed to be, serious, just an edgy joke. But they take that in the wrong way. They're like, "Oh man, we gotta make sure these gamers learn their place. And they're so terrible." That's basically how they acted. Wrote an entire article about this. I mean, absolutely absurd. Rather than trying to hype you about games, this is what they write about. About edgy jokes in the chat. Because that's supposed to be their concern, is moderating gamers. Like, my God. Then they talk about this. Other publishers like Square Enix also found themselves confronted with chaos and spam, ultimately deciding to take away chat's ability to use words by activating emote-only mode midway through the stream. Then they go on to say this, which, here's the funny thing. What you could not say, apparently, was you can't actually say this. Later, they also failed to prevent a giant, largely unrelated yell-off between viewers who were opposed to police and the Back the Blue crowd. Here's the thing. It's funny that they were having an issue with this, when yet they would allow people to have, like, ACAB in there. And if you know what that means, it means all cops are bad people, is what they were trying to say, which is terrible, But they allowed that, but yet if you say Back the Blue, then you're terrible for it. Which is absolutely ridiculous.
But wait, there's more.
Then Greg Miller, who was from IGN at one time, who went to Not Funny, of course. Not funny, Greg Miller. But Greg Miller was trying to say that gamers need to be better, and that gamers are the problem. Yeah, Greg Miller, the very same person who booted off the co-founder of Not Funny for a harmless joke, okay? One that was not even offensive, and yet Greg Miller is the person who's coming around here at E3 telling gamers that they need to be better. They need to be nicer. You're the problem. Saying that gamers are the problem when, no, gamers are not the problem. It's people like Greg Miller and other game journalists out there that are the real problem. And people are getting sick and tired of being preached to by these game journalists. I mean, a lot of people came in here stating, has Greg ever slammed the industry for producing shit, unfinished games, ripping people off over the years? No, it's not us who need to do better, Greg. In which, as you've seen over all the years, I mean, look at all the microtransactions in games. Look at so many games that come out just with so many bugs and glitches, just completely unfinished. This is a big problem that's been going on with the game industry, and fans have been tired of it. Really. I mean, it's a good point. And, that, people had a lot of good points here. I love how this one just goes beta. Because Greg Miller is a beta. He's a soy boy beta. Like, that's really what he is. And more people came here also stating this, saying, he's saying that is pure comedy. Yeah, especially when Greg Miller himself, attacking gamers all the time. Yeah, exactly. This guy really went downhill after IGN. If he wants to do politics so bad, he should do what his friend did and go do politics and stop using gaming platform to preach. Which, yeah, and E3, which is one of the biggest platforms out there, that's what he was using it for. Rather than talking about games, no, it's about politics. That's what he's up there about. He's not a gamer. He doesn't care about games. We all knew that Greg Miller didn't care about games. I'm not responsible for what other Mongs do. I share a hobby with them, not blood. I remember when the video game scene wasn't infested with SJWs. Oh, do I remember that scene. And God, when the video game scene was not infested with them, it was fantastic. And now here they are coming in trying to censor and alter games, push their agendas, just make games terrible. Wow, chill, Greg. You are a jerk. Stop pretending, man. Shout out to Hill versus Babyface. He stated this. It's moronic statement like this that just goad people into being a jerk to piss the soy-based entity off. Who the fuck is Greg fucking Miller to preach to people? People have got to learn when to shut the fuck up and just present. I mean, yeah, and that's the point, is presenting good games. And that's what people are there for. Good games. They're not there to be preached to. And I want to watch games. I want to see future games come out. I want to see something that's going to entice me into wanting to get the product, And it's like nowadays, it's like you had E3 really kind of shilling out some political garbage too. And, it's just basically a shell of what it once was. That's what it really feels like. I mean, like I said, Nintendo's presentation, in my opinion, was the best one because it showed gameplay, showed, a lot of things that I actually want to buy. And then I looked at other presentations, especially the Take Two one, which was horrible. No gameplay at all, nothing in regards to games, literally just a whole speech on politics. We're not there to be preached to. We're there to see video games. That's the point of E3, not to be preached to about politics. But anyways, let me know what you think about this entire situation down below. Subscribe to the channel if you were new here, and make sure you were still subscribed because YouTube is unsubscribing people from all their favorite channels. So make sure you were still subscribed to all your favorite channels. Hit the video with a like, and also be sure to share the video on social media. Spread the word and get it out there. It's greatly appreciated, and it really helps out the channel a lot. Also, be sure to follow me on both Discord and Minds. We have a wonderful community there. Not only that, but it will keep you up to date on when the newest videos will be released, as well as any other upcoming events in the near future. So be sure to follow me on both Discord and Minds. The links are in the description down below. But anyways, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful and fantastic day today. And remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow could always be better. Take care of yourselves and everyone around you. And have yourselves a good one out there, everybody.